Good evening, I'm Clair Osterhaus. Welcome to KTRM Studios on Tuesday, February 15th, 2023. Tonight, we will cover the Career and Graduate School Expo, as well as Truman's new interdisciplinary major in Cannabis and Natural Medicinals major. And afterwards, we'll cover the family-owned restaurant Lupita's. These stories and more brought to you by KTRM Studios. You don't want to miss this. The Spring Career and Graduate School Expo will take place February 20th through the 24th. It is open to all majors and academic levels and gives students the chance to take place in free professional development activities. The Expo's various affairs will include a personal statement workshop, professional document critiques, and the opportunity to have professional pictures done as well. To learn more about these events and how to register, go to hiretruman.truman.edu or email the Career Center with any questions you may have at ucc3@truman.edu. Beginning this fall, Truman will offer the interdisciplinary degree program in cannabis and natural medicinals in an effort to meet the demands of emerging career fields. Students in this program will explore multiple aspects of the cannabis industry, such as naturally occurring chemical compounds, their uses as therapeutics in traditional and holistic medicinal practices, and their historical and cultural significance. With the statewide decriminalization and legalization of cannabis in the United States, this industry, including cultivation and processing of compounds, is expanding, resulting in an increased demand for knowledgeable and trained employees. The 2023 Leadership Recognition Program is now accepting nominations. The program is designed to honor Truman students, advisors, and organizations for their dedication to their peers, campus, and Kirksville community through various leadership roles throughout the school year. Students, faculty, and staff are encouraged to nominate exceptional student leaders, advisors, organizations, and events on campus, especially candidates whose accomplishments stood out after a year of persistent modifications. Nomination forms can be found at involvement.truman.edu/LRP and are due by 5 p.m. on Monday, March 20th. The Office of Admission is looking for enthusiastic students with a passion for sharing their Truman experience. These student ambassadors guide visiting students and their families on tours of campus, assist in the recruitment of prospective students, and positively represent the university. Applications for student ambassadors are now open for the 2023-24 academic year and are due by 8 p.m. tonight. Truman State University's Self and Society and Symposium courses are currently being reevaluated. The two courses have been a requirement for every Truman student to graduate since the fall of 2019. Self and Society courses aim for students to cultivate habits of curiosity, good scholarship, ethical consideration, and community engagement. With these classes being fairly new, tweaks may be made in order to improve upon them. Dave Leeton, co-chair of the First Year Experience Committee, said the courses are transitional, designed to help facilitate the transition from high school to college. The First Year Experience Committee is made up of various Truman professors working to better every student's freshman year experience. They are responsible for Self and Society, Symposium courses, and Truman Week. The committee is currently working to improve these classes, but may need some student input as to what they can do better. Family-owned restaurant Lupita's, which serves Hispanic cuisine, opened in December 2022 after beginning as a food truck in September 2021. Lupita's is located on downtown Kirksville Square in Pickler's famous building, which was previously preoccupied by Take Root Cafe. Lupita serves Hispanic food with variations of Salvadoran and Mexican flavors. The family is El Salvadorian and prides themselves on their authentic menu. Cecilia, co-owner and CEO, and her family moved to Kirksville from Milan, Missouri during the COVID-19 pandemic. The family wanted to start a restaurant back when they were in Milan, but Cecilia said businesses in Milan typically start up and don't survive. Once the family moved to Kirksville, they realized they can make their dream come true. As Lupita's becomes more established in the community, they are working on obtaining their liquor license and want to transform the upstairs into a study area for college students. Up next, we'll hear from me about the renovations being done to Kirk Building. Then after a quick break, we'll take a look at the weather and sports with Yutaro and Qishen.
and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse.
On February 7th, demolition started on the Kirk building to transform it into a Student Success Center, a project nearly a year in the making. The state of Missouri funded the internal demolition within the Student Success Center that is expected to continue until March. The Student Success Center was created in hopes to improve collaborative efforts between the services that work within the building. The services that will make up the center will be the Career Center, Tutoring Services, the Student Health Center, Counseling Services, Student Access and Disability Services, the Center for Academic Excellence, the Communication Lab, and the Writing Center. The construction, scheduled to begin in July, will cost $21 million and is expected to be completed in January 2025. This is Clair Osterhaus with KTRM Studios.
Okay, I'm going to talk about this week's Coxville weather. On Thursday, it's going to be snowing. Like the highest degree is 31 and the lowest degree is 9. So it's going to be cold. So try to stay warm, and whenever you go outside, you should bring your jacket. On Friday, it's going to be sunny but still chilly. So like the highest degree is 33 degrees and the lowest degree is 24. So it's still chilly. Don't forget your jacket whenever you go outside. But on weekends, it's going to be warmer. So I think it's good weekends to go outside with your family and with your friends. On Saturday, the degree is highest degree is 50 and the lowest degree is 33. And on Sunday, it's going to be 54 is the highest degree and 31 is the lowest degree. So I highly recommend to go outside with your friend or family. Thank you.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
CWX.
Welcome back. Here's Qishen. I'm going to report Truman sports news. First, baseball. Truman State baseball kicks off their season in Middleton, Tennessee, with 4 games against Kentucky Wilson. Kentucky Wilson has already played 3 games and lost all 3. The Panthers won 26-28 last season and 20-12 in conference play. The Bulldogs looks to improve their 2022 season, where they won 18-32 and 8-16 in the GLVC. Track and field. Truman State Track competes in Hilltop Classic on the campus of Illinois College on Friday. The Bulldogs found great success last week, with the school record their last 18 years being broken. Aiden Masses, Elena Pepkin, Sophie Oxendale, and Lexi Henriksen broke the 4,000-meter distance medley record with a time of 12 minutes and 16 seconds. Bulldogs, congratulations. Women basketball. Catherine Schmid, deep left wing 3-pointer in overtime, reeled the Lois Flyer from 19 points down to defeat the Truman State women 19-87 in overtime. Truman women's basketball is back in action at Quincy this Saturday after a tough lose to Louis last Saturday. Let's look forward to their performances. Men basketball. Amidst Louis 3-through with 22.2 seconds left give Truman men's basketball 65-64 win over the Flyer on senior day. Truman State men's basketball took home a victory against Louis on senior day last week, and this week they travel to Quincy for a matchup with the Hawks. This is an exciting and good news. That's all the sports news we have today. Thank you.
Potential delays for the morning commute. In other news, a recent government report on prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
create offense is all
What are you talking about, man? Look at his stats.
Clark sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Your right to access all types of information keeps us free as a nation.
No.
Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas by...
And your right to know about the world around us.
Look.
Some threats are obvious, some are easy to miss, but they all put our way of life at risk. We must defend against all of these threats, no matter what kind of news is important to you.
Justified putting American troops in harm's way.
That's a great question.
We must protect our right to know before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Hi, my name is Blake Ebner, and here with us today we have Aiden with Truman Forensics Union. Tell me, Aiden, what does Truman Forensics Union do?
Truman Forensics Union is like an organization here at Truman that is mainly focused on speech and debate. So we go to a lot of speech and debate activities and just develop our knowledge of the activity.
For sure. And what do you do with Truman Forensics Union?
I compete in varsity NFA at Lincoln Douglas, so I'm on the debate side of things.
And how long have you been doing debate, Aiden?
I've been doing debate 5 years now, since my freshman year of high school.
For sure. And when and how often do you guys meet?
We meet every week, but depending on whether or not there's a tournament that week or big tournament coming up, we might meet more often. We have a lot of work days and stuff like that we also are involved in.
Tell me more about these tournaments that you guys do.
Usually we leave out for them on like Fridays. We make it to a tournament. They're all across the country. We're heading up to New York City later, like in spring break and stuff like that. And there's people from all sorts of different schools there. And like as far as like the individual events or like the speech side of speech and debate, they go and do their own thing. But debaters, we have rounds all weekend. It's a tournament format, and we just see what we can do out there.
Definitely. And how do you prepare for these tournaments?
Due to the nature of debate, as far as debate side goes, it's a lot of just getting new evidence ready, finding new articles, preparing for cases that these other teams might run. Since it's a community, we know who's there and stuff like that. So we get arguments ready for that, and just kind of get evidence ready for our case, practice speaking, all sorts of stuff like that.
All right. Thank you for your time, Aiden. It was great hearing about that.
No problem. Thank you.
Worried your friend's struggling but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could write him a text or knit him a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write him a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to KTRM and pick up a copy of the Index. Don't forget to also check out our digital content at tmn.truman.edu. You can also follow KTRM Studios on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to KTRM Studios on YouTube for full broadcast news coverage. If you've ever thought about being on TV, head over to tmn.truman.edu/apply to fill out an application today. From all of us here at KTRM Studios, thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.